What's up, beautiful people? Today we're going to be checking out some updates. This one is kind of funny for me. When I saw the title, I thought I should definitely bring this so you can see as well. This is a video done by Toronto Sun. I'll put the link to the channel in the description. But it's titled, Toronto Mayor says the city is broke, but willing to spend $12 million to rename Dundas Street. But the city is broke. Anyways, listen to it.
The city of Toronto is broke, but not so broke that they can't rename Dundas Street. Hi, I'm Brian Lilly, political columnist for the Toronto Sun. It's amazing to watch. Mayor Olivia Chow came out before the three-day council meeting started and made a very strong case that the city needs help. They need help from other levels of government. She praised the deal that she got with Ontario Premier Doug Ford, but said the federal government needs to step up as well. There's the refugee influx that's clogging up Toronto's shelters. And while she estimates that that's going to cost $240 million in the coming year, the feds have only offered up $99 million. She said to cover that, they're going to have to increase property taxes dramatically by 6-7% unless the feds step up. Then there's the new subway cars that the city needs and they can't afford, and they want the federal government to step up and say they will help with the funding of that. So she was making the case pretty well that the city's broke.
As you know, the City of Toronto is facing a massive budget deficit. We can't legally run a deficit. Our shelter costs have skyrocketed, and we have asked the federal government to support us, to help us pay the bills. We've already paid most of the bills this year.
So why then is she still determined to go ahead with renaming Dundas Street? This is something that was put forward several years ago. It's been studied, but guess what? This city simply doesn't have the money. One estimate is that it's going to cost $12 million for the city's portion alone, never mind the cost to businesses and to residents along one of the biggest streets in the country. So why is she going ahead with it? She is determined, she said, to follow through on this.
Opening remarks, where do you stand on spending money to rename libraries, Young Dundas Square and Dundas Street right across Toronto? And
when the motion is ready, I will be supporting this motion. It's been, I've been working very closely with the committee and the councillor. I don't want to preempt the councillor because it is in his writing. And the motion will be coming forward. There's a series of recommendations in it.
This makes zero sense from a fiscal point of view. We can have a difference of opinion politically. We can have a difference of opinion on the history of who Henry Dundas was and what his legacy is, and I think the city's wrong on this. But what it really comes down to is, can we afford it? And if we're going to rename a street named after Henry Dundas, a man who actually did get slavery abolished through his actions, not the opposite, if we're going to rename a street named after him, well, what about George Young, a man who actually brought slaves into South Africa after it was banned? What about the 60-odd other names that city officials have looked at and said, these names are problematic as well based on the current lens of looking at history? The city can't do all of these things. So we would just simply have to give up providing basic services if that was the case. So why is Mayor Chow so determined on this? Why is the progressive wing of City Council willing to engage in a $12 million virtue signal while telling you you can't have basic services because they don't have the money? Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Share this on social media.
Yeah. Let me know what you think. That is an interesting one. You see, the things when I see in Western nations, I feel like sometimes when people are progressive, it's because they have the resource and the time to be. In Nigeria, if they could name the city over Adolf Hitler or they could name the streets over Adolf Hitler, nobody's changing it. First and foremost, if they need money to do it, forget about it. It's not going to be changed. So I don't want to go into a bag of just criticizing Olivia Chow, but what I'm going to say is, if the city is broke and you need money, this is where you can cut costs. I think this is definitely something that you can use this one to cut costs and be like, oh, we can't do this now. Maybe in the future we will do this when we have some more money. But this 12 million, this is a lot, man. You can definitely help the city. Yeah. It's funny to me that this is even something to discuss. Like, I wouldn't even think about it, like changing the name of a street and providing basic needs to the people. I'm not changing any street name. And this is not even with relation to who the man was or who he wasn't. I just think there are priorities, right? What if you change the name of the streets now and then it's fixed, but the people are hungry, or you have people are not living in houses, people are homeless. You've only succeeded in changing the name of the street. You still have problems on your hands. Just saying. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on that. Smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.